Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Family Story Time at Frank Sarah's Public Library. Are you guys ready to sing the good morning song with Miss Ann? Of course you are. Let's get started. Here we go. Good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Well done. And since we're standing, I thought we should sing head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Uh-oh, looks like fall. Leaves are falling. Okay, well, we're going to sing head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Here we go. I know you guys know this song. We sing this song at the story time at the library. So let's see if you remember it. Ready? Here we go. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Good, you remembered. Let's see if you can do it really slow. Let's see how slow can you go. Okay, here we go. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. That was pretty slow. Let's see if we can speed it up a little bit, okay? We're going to go really fast. See if you can keep up, all right? Here we go. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. I am worn out already. That was good. Good job. Well, we are going to sing another song, and I'm not sure if you know this song or not, but it has to do with our theme for story time today. And I will give you a hint. I'll give you a few hints of what our story time theme is. Can you guess? If you said squirrels, you are correct. We are going to do a song about squirrels, and we're going to read a book about squirrels. So it's an easy song. It's easy to learn. And what we do is we take our little squirrel paws. Ready? We're going to sing this. We're going to go, gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Wrinkle up your funny nose, put a nut between your toes. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Wasn't that fun? It's fun to pretend we're squirrels, right? Okay, we're going to do this again, but we're going to do really slow, okay? Let's do it really slow. So get your squirrel paws ready. Here we go. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Wrinkle up your funny nose, put a nut between your toes. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Very good. So what is the opposite of slow? Fast. So we're going to do it really fast. Okay, are you ready? Think you can keep up? Okay, here we go. Get your little paws ready. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Wrinkle up your funny nose, put a nut between your toes. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Good job. So I think you guys are ready. You're all warmed up. And I think all you need to do is just find a seat, get comfortable, and I will be right back with our book for story time, okay? Here we go. Right back. I'm back. I'm ready to read a story to you guys. The story I'm going to read, according to our theme, squirrels, it's called Those Darn Squirrels. And it's written by Adam Rubin, and it's illustrated by Daniel Salmieri. So, let's get started. Are you guys comfortable? It's a cute little book. I think you'll like it, especially if you like squirrels. I like squirrels. Okay, so here we go. On the outskirts of town, at the edge of the forest, there was a little old house. The only thing older than the little house was the man who lived in it, Old Man Fuquire. Old Man Fuquire was so old that when he sneezed, dust came out. He was also a grump. He hated pie. He hated puppies. The only thing he liked was birds. All summer long, the old man painted pictures of the birds that visited his backyard. There were whirlybirds and bonga birds, baba birds and yaba birds. Even a rare flugel bird came by once or twice. Fuquire's paintings weren't very good, but the birds never said anything. When the air turned crisp and the leaves began to change color, the old man grew sad. He knew that soon the birds would fly south for the winter, as they did every year, and that he would be lonely. Then he had an idea. If he fed the birds, maybe they would stick around. So, Old Man Fuquire built beautiful bird feeders and put them up all around his backyard. He filled the feeders with delicious seeds and berries, and soon birds came from all over the forest just to eat the old man's yard. But the birds weren't the only ones who liked the bird feeders. The squirrels did too. Not many people know this, but squirrels are very clever. They're cleverest of all the woodland creatures. In fact, they're fuzzy little geniuses. They can make a house out of a tree, a bed out of a bunch of leaves, and a box kite out of twigs, dirt, and squirrel spit. They are also excellent at math. Winter was fast approaching, and the squirrels needed to gather as much food as they could to get ready. So they decided to take some of the bird food. Oh goodness, the birds were not happy. Neither was Old Man Fuquire. When he discovered what had happened, he shook his old man fist and yelled, "Those darn squirrels!" Oh, he filled up the bird feeders again, but this time he hung them from a clothesline. Then he went back inside, confident that the squirrels would no longer be able to get to the seeds and berries. But the squirrels were determined. They devised a plan, and this time they took all the food from the bird feeders. The birds were furious. "Harump, harump, harump," yelled a bonga bird. "Those darn squirrels," yelled Old Man Fuquire. "Yum," said the squirrels. "Look at their bellies. They're very, very chubby now. I think they're very full." Now it was Old Man Fuquire's turn to devise a plan. He went to the general store to get supplies. He bought lasers and clamps. He bought wires and springs. He bought all sorts of food tools and built a veritable fortress around the bird feeders. Then he refilled them very carefully. "Na, na, 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 na," snorted the flugel bird. The squirrels stayed up all night working out their strategy. They drank cherry cola and ate salt and vinegar chips to help them stay awake. Finally, they had it. The perfect plan. They put on their tiny helmets and prepared to launch themselves into the air, over the fence, between the lasers, and onto the bird feeders. Very clever. The first squirrel misfired and hit a tree. The second squirrel went too high and landed in a bucket. The third squirrel sailed clear over the house. The birds laughed and laughed. They each had one last delicious mouthful of seeds and berries from the old man's feeders. Then they flew south for the winter, just as they did every year, said the flugel bird. After the birds left, Old Man Fuquire was lonely, just as he was every year. He fixed himself some cottage cheese and pepper, his favorite snack, but he was still lonely. When he looked out the window, squirrels could tell that he wasn't happy. "Go away," shouted the old man. "I don't like you squirrels." Aw, poor Old Man Fuquire. The squirrels held a meeting deep inside a large tree. They decided to give the old man a present to make up for taking the seeds and berries. Now, not many people know this, but squirrels are not only fuzzy little geniuses, they also collect just about anything they find on the ground. These squirrels had a vast stockpile of spectacular junk to choose from. But what would Fuquire like? Bottle caps? Popsicle sticks? Postage stamps? Finally, they had it, the perfect gift. The squirrels stacked all of their loose change on Old Man Fuquire's doorstep. There were dimes and pennies, there were nickels and quarters, there were even a few tokens from Coco's arcade. It all added up to $47.36, plus a few rounds of skee-ball. "Maybe you squirrels aren't so bad," Fuquire said when he found the coins, "but I still like the birds better." This gave the squirrels another idea. They raided their junk collection again and got to work. What do you think those squirrels are up to? When Old Man Fuquire woke up the next morning, he was amazed to see that the birds had returned. Did they? But wait! Those weren't birds, they were squirrels in disguise. "Great googly moogly," said Old Man Fuquire. "This will make quite a painting." He ran outside and took down the lasers and the wires and the spring-loaded trapeze. He turned all the bird feeders into squirrel feeders. Then he painted till his brush ran out of bristles. The squirrels were so overjoyed, they had a party in Old Man Fuquire's house. "Those darn squirrels," said Fuquire, and he shook his old man fist, and he smiled. I hope you enjoyed that. That was such a cute little book. I don't think Old Man Fuquire is lonely anymore. He has his little friends, the squirrels. How many of you guys out there have squirrels in your backyard? I bet a lot of you do. I do, and I feed the squirrels. I love watching their cute little antics. I like when they hang upside down from the bird feeders and eat the nuts and the seeds that I put out for the birds too. They kind of share. The squirrels are a little bit greedy. So in going with this theme, I thought that we would do a craft. I thought we would make a bird feeder, a squirrel feeder. So hopefully you guys stopped by the Frank Sarris Public Library and picked up your kit with all the goodies that you need for this craft. I'm going to go run and get it real quick, and I will meet you here with everything that you need, okay? Be right back. Welcome back. Are you guys ready to make our bird feeder? Squirrel feeder? I thought since we read this book, Those Darn Squirrels, and it was about bird feeders and squirrels eating the bird feeder, I thought we would make our own bird feeders. I thought it would be kind of fun. So hopefully you guys stopped down by the Frank Sarris Public Library and picked up your little kit. It has everything you need to make your own bird feeder. If you look in the package, there's a little worksheet you can do in your spare time, but otherwise we can get started. There's some instructions in case you get confused or you want to do it later. So we will get started. This is kind of a messy craft, so if you don't want to get your hands dirty, you might not want to do this, but it's fun to get our hands dirty, isn't it? And it's not that dirty, so I'm just putting down a little piece of cardboard to work over. You can get a piece of newspaper or you can do it outside. It's up to you. But if you look in your packet, there are 2 paper plates. We're going to put them down, and we're going to take our bag of bird seed and we're going to put it in one of the plates. And we just put the bag aside. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the lid off the Crisco. We're going to use Crisco. You can use peanut butter too, but there's a lot of people who have peanut butter allergies, and I thought squirrels like and birds like Crisco. So it's just fat, so they like to eat that. So we're gonna take the large popsicle stick, and we're gonna take our toilet paper roll, and we're gonna put the toilet paper roll on our 2 fingers, and we're gonna dip our popsicle stick into the Crisco, and we're gonna spread it all over the toilet paper rolls. And you want to remember where the holes are, because we're gonna need those holes to put the stick in and the string in towards the end. And one of the holes has like a little slit through it. That's the end that we're going to put the stick through. It'll just slide right through. So let's get started putting all this Crisco on the outside of the toilet paper rolls. And it's a little slimy, a little bit. If you touch it with your fingers, it's okay. It's not going to hurt you. We use Crisco a lot in pie crusts, and this kind of fat is used to make suet for the birds. Yeah, we just rub it all on there like that. And while you're doing that, I'm going to give you a fun fact about squirrels. Did you know that there are over 200 different kinds of squirrels all over the world? Yep, that's true. That's a lot of different kinds of squirrels. I have only seen a few different kinds in my backyard. I've seen gray squirrels, they're tree squirrels, and I've seen some red squirrels. All right, so now that we've got that covered, you don't have to use all of it. We're going to take this toilet paper roll that has the Crisco on it, and we're going to roll it into the seeds. Isn't that fun? Look at that. And the seeds are going to stick to this Crisco. Yep. And if it doesn't look like they're sticking, you can just use your fingers and tap it on there. Just like that. Yep. What do you think squirrels eat? You said nuts, you're right. Yep. But what else do they eat? Well, according to the interwebs, it says they like to eat berries and fruit and caterpillars. Can you believe that? I didn't know they ate caterpillars. I've never seen one eat a caterpillar, but I believe it, I guess. It's on the interweb. What else do they eat? They probably eat bird seeds and sunflower seeds, things like that. All right, so once you have your toilet paper roll covered, you look inside for those holes that I told you to remember where they were. Okay, so there they are. And then you take your small popsicle stick and stick it through there, just like that. Stick it through both sides, and that is in case the birds want to eat this. They can land on this little stick and they can peck at the seeds. Okay, now if we remember where the top holes are, kind of make a little space, and we're going to use this other paper plate that's clean. Put this one aside, and we're going to take our string and we're going to put it right through the top holes, just like that. That's one. See if we can do the other one. There we go. It might be a little tricky to find it, but it's there. And all that grease and seeds. So what you do is you tie it at the ends, and once you do that, this feeder is ready to go. Ta-da! What do you think? Isn't that awesome? That is fun. Now you can hang it outside. You can hang it from a tree or from one of those bird crooks that hold the bird feeders. And yeah, just set it outside and be patient and the birds will find it. Maybe the squirrels will find it. Who knows? That'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch what happens. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it works for you. And I think right now we're going to push this aside, and we are going to sing our goodbye song with our sticky hands and all. Okay? So here we go. We're going to reach for the stars and tickle our toes. We're going to spin around and tickle our nose with our dirty fingers. We're gonna reach way down low and we're gonna reach way up high. Story time is over, so wave goodbye. Till next time, hope you guys had fun. Bye.